think what we ought to do is work on the low-hanging fruit first. Let's pick the low-hanging fruit. Those are the easy ones. Code enforcement doesn't cost a lot of money, okay? Parks cost a lot of money. That's another thing we need to do. We need to build some more parks for the kids. Okay? Yep. We're working on that. We're getting there. But that's tough. That's tough. You all know the kind of financial condition all government is in right now, just like the economy, just like people. Okay? Since I came on the Polk County Commission in 2008, let's just say when I came on, our budget was $1.8 billion. The budget for this coming year is $1.3 billion. We have cut $500 million off the Polk County budget in 2 years. The year following, the property appraiser tells us to expect another 10% reduction in revenue collected. So we're going to have to cut some more. So what are you cutting? We are cutting everything. There is not one single program that is not feeling the scalpel. But we have no choice. We have laid off about 200 people. The only thing we have not done yet is we have not cut salaries. And we're trying to avoid that. But that may not be an issue. We may just have to do that. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm not saying we're going to. Please don't quote me. But I'm just saying, I don't know what we're going to do. But another 10% is going to hurt. We have cut the fat. Like the sheriff said, we've cut out the fat. We've cut out the meat. And now we're scraping on the bone. That's where we are now. We're scraping the bone. Yes, ma'am. Do you have a question?
Yeah, from a business perspective, what was the rationale for eliminating positions before, say, taking your 10% reduction in salaries? Because, I mean, my logic is I would rather help one or two people at least have a job, but some other people's salaries.
Let me explain that to you. Most of the jobs that were eliminated were from areas that we just really didn't have work for. Primarily building inspectors. You know how many building inspectors we need right now? Yeah. Most of those came from there. There weren't any people let go that we needed. They were performing needed functions. We didn't come by and say, okay, you go home. It wasn't that kind of situation at all. We build our budget now in a program called BFO, which is Budgeting for Outcomes. Somebody says, take a 10% cut in your budget. Well, that's easy. Just go and sit down and say, okay, every program's got 10%. You stop and think about it, that doesn't make sense, because that says every program that you have is of equal value, and they are not. Some programs are very valuable, others are not so valuable. So you may take no cut at all in a program here, or you may cut it 5%. Another program, you may cut 30%. Depends on what the program is. And so what we do is we have committees with each one of our programs to sit down. The committees are set up and made up of county employees who work in that area. They're made up of citizens. They're made up of business people. They're made up of just everybody. It's a group effort that takes all the programs in that particular area and they rank them. Okay? It's okay, this is our number one all the way through to the bottom. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, some of those programs that came out at the bottom, ranked at the bottom by some groups, were programs that are mandated by the state. So we couldn't cut them. I mean, we said, okay, this is a mistake. Let's don't do that anymore. Let's pull those programs out to start with, because you can't do anything about those programs. You've got to do it. Okay? Like the big thing the state is hitting us with now, another unfunded mandate, septic tank inspections. Okay? Everybody knows there are probably some septic tanks out there. I don't know how many that probably are leaking, that are probably not functioning properly anymore, et cetera, et cetera. That's being discussed. That's coming down, and we're going to have to do it. Pardon?
I said, you just want to hire back the building inspector.
Well, I don't know if they're qualified to inspect septic tanks or not.